Hey guys, how are we? Well, just going through a place called, I think it's called Tree Town, but just on my way back from breakfast at the sports lounge, my Sunday sort of routine. Go and grab some bacon and eggs, and I think it's 99 baht, which is about $3.60 Australian. So yeah, absolutely delicious. Probably cost me about $25, $30 in Australia. So there's one of the things that I absolutely love about Thailand is the expense of a lot of stuff is a lot cheaper. And you know, it's abundant. There's food everywhere here. They say that Thai people have two modes. They're either eating or thinking of food. So, which would not surprise me. But anyway, it's absolutely really nice here. The other thing that I really like is the weather. So I think we're in the wet season at the moment. Don't quote me on that, but it's not too bad. Some days are a bit overcast. I did hear from a friend of mine last night that earlier in the year was absolutely unbearable in regards to heat. But it's actually not too bad at the moment. It's still very hot, very humid, but it's not cold weather, and I am so over cold weather it's not funny. So as I said, Greece cured me of that. Greek winters, and I know Canada's colder, I know, and Northern Europe's colder, I know, but it was still, yeah, pretty unbearable for my liking. So yeah, that's one of the benefits of being here is it's actually quite good climate. You do get really bad storms and squalls that come through every now and then, and you know, I can sit there in the office and see the squalls come in of an afternoon sometimes. So yeah, it can be full on. But you know, that's like everywhere, isn't it? It's it all has its little quirks, but very, very nice, relaxed atmosphere here too that I really enjoy. This is not really my type of area. This is sort of more of a nightclub type area, I think, or bar area. There are other parts of Pattaya and really nice shopping centres. Nice beach that seems to go on for kilometres, and then so you've got Wongamat, which is up to the north, it's one of my favourite places here in Pattaya, pure because it's just a bit quieter. It's more sort of level or even ground, whereas if you go to Pratamnak, it's which is kind of between Pattaya Central and Jomtien. It's a lot more hilly, and yeah, I don't think it's as nice. And like the smell is just incredible at times. Like you walk along the street, and yeah, it's full on. It's an assault to the senses, put it that way. So, I mean, you still get that here in central Pattaya, but it's not as bad. So anyway, but there's some really, really nice, there's stuff to do here, and you know, every few days or so I catch up with friends and grab a beer at, there's a bar out the front of the Hilton Hotel here in central Pattaya. So they have the big shopping centre, and then there's the Hilton, and there's a little bar out the front, and you get to sit there and watch the sun go down. And you know, you have watch sellers. They sell these crappy copies of watches, and then sunglass sellers, and people selling bingo. I think it's bingo, I'm not sure what it is, but they go around with these little boards, and you buy little cards with numbers on it. I've never bought one. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works. So, But, you know, anyway, so there's fun little quirks with it. So a beer here will cost you between 115 and 160 baht, which is probably maybe about $4, I would say, Australian. Maybe about $3, about 320 US, 320 euro. So yeah, it's not that expensive when you consider that. I think the last time I went to a pub in Australia, it cost me $9 for a beer. It's a lot cheaper. But anyway, I think the cheapest place that I've seen beer is probably Greece. I think I paid 60 euro cents in Athens for a beer, so a lot cheaper, and I think much nicer too, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, so it's got some real pros, got its benefits. Really depends on where you're going and what you're doing, and yeah, I mean, I love swimming, so for me, when I get in the water of a morning, you don't see too many Harley Davidsons here in Thailand, so that's a bit of a rare occurrence. But anyway, but you will walk along the streets here, and they'll call out to you and basically try and get you in to have a massage or whatever. Not my scene. I don't like people touching me, so massage is not my thing. But yeah, anyway, that's what it's like over here. Every 5 minutes you walk along and you know, someone's calling out to you, trying to get you to buy something or you know, do something. But lots of expats over here. Lots of you know, Australians just doing their thing and, you know, living life fairly cheaply, I would imagine, and just spending a lot of time with each other. I know at the sports lounge they have golf fixtures there 3 days a week, and they'll actually take you from the sports lounge to the golf course. And I'm not sure how much the round of golf is, but I think it might be $20-30 Australian, something like that. I'll have to find out, and I'll let you know. But lots of really good, no thank you. Yeah, lots of really good things to see over here, and you get used to it. I found it probably really difficult the first couple of weeks that I was here, with people calling out to me every 5 minutes. The real key is just to look forward and don't make eye contact and don't look at things, because then they think that you're interested in what they're wanting to sell, and yeah, that can be a real nuisance. Particularly if you say, oh, what price? Well, then you're into bargaining then. And it's sort of like the pressure's on then for you to negotiate a price that you're both mutually happy with. And it's just a haggle. I just hate that sort of stuff. So I don't really like the idea of having to be involved in that sort of situation where I'm negotiating the price when I really don't want something. So I don't ask, just look ahead and keep walking. So, but yeah, that's sort of what it's like here. So you can, this place over here, these Pattaya night markets, you can get a lot of rip-off luxury brands. They're not all that great. You can get some really good stuff, but a lot of it is just, yeah, it's pretty B grade. And crossing the roads here is completely different to, say, like Australia. Just because you have a red a red light and a green, cross sign. So it doesn't mean that you're got right away. It doesn't mean that they're going to stop for you when you're crossing the road. You could find yourself hit very, very quickly because they just won't stop. They don't care about the traffic signs here. Traffic signs here, like red lights, green lights, pedestrian crossings like this, they are literally just suggestions to Thai drivers, and I've seen them many, many times almost hit people, almost hit me a few times when I first came here, because I thought, well, I've got a green light to cross and I've got right away. It does not mean that at all. They just keep driving. So got to be very, very cautious with that in this part of the world. I don't think I'll go that way. Maybe I will. So yeah, it doesn't mean that Thai drivers are aggressive. It just means that they don't care. Anyway, I've seen far more aggressive drivers in Australia than what I've seen in Thailand. I did have one taxi driver who went absolutely ape at another driver because he was trying to filter on from a side street onto a main road, and they sort of just inch out, and then the other cars typically will just slow down to let them in. And this car didn't, and he was like, oh, he's done the wrong thing, that's terrible. And there's no signs to say that the other car had to do that. It's just, it's an unspoken rule. So yeah, it's just a different way to drive here. As I said before, I wouldn't, certainly wouldn't ride a motorbike here, and certainly wouldn't willingly drive a car here, because I think it's full on. But in saying that, I have heard, I have had people contact me through the channel and say, man, you don't know, Thailand's not like that. And it certainly looks like that to me, so it's only what I can sort of gather from it, and I've been here probably 3 months now, so I have not seen any other protocol take place. But anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, it's really very pleasurable being here. I'm actually quite enjoying it now that I'm a bit more acclimatized. And I've got a couple of people that I know, and sort of a bit more, just sort of culturalized to it. I don't know hardly anything about the culture, but you know what I mean? It is actually a really nice, relaxed place to live, and people are very friendly. So one thing that I sort of struggled with Greece was, unless people really know you in Greece, they're not all that friendly to you. I found that to be the case, and I think my wife, Ames, struggled with that as well, because she's very sort of not timid, but maybe timid. She very shy and very not really sort of, she's an introvert, so so she really struggled in Greece, but I think this culture in Thailand is very similar to the Korean culture, so I think she was a lot more happy with that. But anyway, so I'm hoping my wife comes back at some point from Korea, and I'm looking forward to that. So I've missed it tremendously, so it's not been an easy time, I've had to do all the cooking and cleaning, so and trust me, men I think most men aren't good at that, but yeah, certainly missed having her around. Anyway, so but made some really good friends while I've been here, which is great, and thoroughly enjoyed their company and camaraderie and that sort of stuff. So it's actually pretty good. But as I said, there's lots of Australians, lots of US, lots of people from all around the world here. So it's a very much an international destination, Thailand. Good thing is, I think it's probably about 7-8 hours from Australia, and it's about 14 hours from Europe, so it's quite central. So this place here is one of the major shopping centres, and that's the Hilton Hotel just behind me. And this is the bar that we sort of have a beer, not every afternoon, but some afternoons, and mulligans. The floorboards are completely rotted out. So I was here with Nick the other day, and he's a big lad, and he almost fell through the floorboards. So yeah, so they're a bit rotten. But it's really, really nice place, and very relaxing, particularly after you're working all day and doing stuff. So yeah, so very, very good here, and thoroughly enjoy it at this point in time. So looking forward to getting up to Chiang Mai at some point. I know Radley sent me an email the other day, and there's another couple of guys up there that I'm keen to catch up with and say hello to. So that's going to be really good, and but I've just got some stuff that I need to do before then, so I'm not sure what the time frame's going to be for that. But I know there's a few people that have asked me about online businesses and that sort of thing, and I've sent quotes out to people in regards to helping them set up their online businesses. And so there's the beach there, so yeah, everything's pretty close. You get pretty good sort of locations in central Pattaya. But yeah, so just sort of sent out quotes and that sort of stuff to help people with their online business stuff. And it's not going to be for everyone, but I think we're in a period of time, things are going to get pretty difficult, and I'm expecting some sort of event at some point later in the year, and possibly even a economic or financial collapse. But I think this is the time that you want to start really investing and building your business, because it takes a while to build up online businesses. And so I think that's really, the timing is everything. And you don't sort of want to be concerned about, there's going to be an economic or financial collapse, so I think I'm going to hold back. Because as I said, it takes a while for your online stuff to gain traction, and you might as well get started straight away rather than wait around. That's my opinion anyway. There's never going to be a perfect time. So anyway, so here we are at the beach. This is it. So I think they're going to charge you about $2, I think it is, Australian, maybe $1.50 US to sit on these seats for an hour. And then I think you can buy a beer or buy a soft drink and sit there and enjoy your time at the beach. So yeah, looking forward for my wife to get here so I can sort of spend some time with her down here, and probably not in the middle of the day like this, but of an evening. Yeah, very nice. So there you go. So yeah, guys, all right, I'm going to leave that there. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, and have a look at this boat out here. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe button, and join us at the Overseas Exile on Facebook, and yeah, we'll speak to you soon. So I'd say these people are heading over to, so there's people about to get on that boat, and normally what they'll do is they'll go over to Koh Lan, which means Coral Island. I think that's Koh Lan Island, but I think it means coral. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful place. A friend of mine went there a couple of weeks back with the missus, and it was, the photos he sent me, absolutely stunning. So really gorgeous places here in Thailand. And yeah, you're not cold. I'm just starting to get sort of acclimatized to things now. So not sweating profusely every day, which is great, but really enjoying it. All right, guys, gonna love you and leave you, and we'll chat with you soon. All right.